Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of the campaign types that you can set up within Facebook Ad Manager. So this might look a little different than your setup. I am using the Facebook Business Manager, which I went over in the last video. If you're not using the Business Manager, I highly recommend it. But I am in the Ad Manager tab. This is where your campaigns are. This is where all of your ads are. This is where you're going to spend a majority of your time if you're running Facebook ads. So I'm in the campaigns tab. As we've been over, there's the resource center tab. Check this every once in a while to see if there's any news, anything that you need to know about in regards to your ads. A lot of times Facebook will put things that you need to know here, such as iOS 14 updates. And then you might have to adjust your ads accordingly based on what is here. So there's the campaigns. Underneath the campaign is ad sets, and within each campaign you can have as many ad sets as you want. And then within the ad set you can have as many ads as you want. Today we're just going to go over in this video the different campaign types. This is an old account for my company. I ended up having to create a new one because we had some issues with the Pixel. The ads just weren't running for some reason. That's Facebook. Issues come up and you kind of just have to know how to navigate around it. So we actually created a new ad account. So I'm just using this one as a dummy to kind of teach from. So this is the campaign type. When you go to create a new campaign, there are different campaign objectives that you can choose from. And feel free to just click on the Learn More or hover over each one of these to see what they mean if you don't want to watch this video again. But there's three objectives, essentially. There's awareness, consideration, and conversions. Awareness is when they very first time someone learns about your product or service, in this case, school. Consideration is when they are considering whether or not to engage with your brand. And then conversion is when they actually convert, they actually purchase, or they actually reach out, or they become a lead. I, for schools, would choose to select a campaign under consideration first. When we go over ad optimization in another module, then we will use the conversion campaign type. But for now, I would use a campaign under the consideration. Awareness, for brand awareness, and you can hover over to show your ads to people who are most likely to remember them. Brand awareness probably is not going to be very relevant here. Brand awareness is good if you are advertising a movie or a concert or something, an event in the park, something that you want people to be aware of, but you don't necessarily need them to do anything on the website or anything on Facebook. Reach, to show your ads to the maximum number of people. Again, if you're promoting an event, a movie, a concert in the park, maybe a volunteer day where you're just calling for as many people to show up to a location as possible, then you would do reach or brand awareness. Brand awareness just makes people aware of your brand, and reach shows to as many people as possible given your budget. Under the consideration tab for schools, I would do traffic and engagement. These are probably the two that I would want to start with. And then also later on, we're going to talk about lead generation. This is a really, really good one, and not a lot of people use lead generation. So we're going to go over this one in another video, but I'm very excited about the lead generation one. I use this for a lot of our clients, and they're killing it. So for traffic, send people to a website, app, or Facebook event, or let them tap to call you. For traffic, given that we're going to be targeting specific audiences, when we combine our audience targeting and this campaign objective, we tend to get people who are not only interested in our product or service, school, but people that are more likely to click on the landing page, read who you are, read what you do, read what you're all about, and then from there, they can become a lead by filling out a form or scheduling a tour. So for the very first time that a lot of businesses advertise, I typically recommend the traffic campaign. And this is also because along with the Pixel, when you use the traffic campaign, You can then use the information from the pixel later on to retarget those people. So 1,000 people, based on the traffic campaign, 1,000 people clicked and went to your website. Later on, when we're talking about optimization and remarketing, you can remarket. You can send another ad with a different message to those 1,000 people saying, hey, are you interested in our school? I saw that you might be into it. You have a child, whatever. This is, who we are and what we do. The traffic campaign combines reach and interest. The traffic campaign is great when you want to reach the highest number of people that are interested in your service. And we're going to find those people interested in your service through audience targeting, which we're going to talk about later. So traffic is a really, really good one, and I always recommend that for people who are just starting out. Engagement. Get more page likes, event response, post reacts, comments, or shares. This is a really good one too for a different reason. If you put up a post that you think is really great, say you're having an open house or something like that, of course you can use the traffic campaign, which I always recommend, but you want a lot of likes, comments, and shares on that post. You want people to see it and react to it. So use the engagement campaign type if you want people to like it, to share it, to make comments and things like that. And a cool feature, which I will show you in another video, is if you create an ad using the engagement objective, or you create a post using the engagement objective, and you get 100 likes, 100 comments, 100 shares, it's taken off, it's doing really well, you can then turn around and use that same post with all of that social proof, with all those likes, comments, and shares, and use that in another ad, a traffic ad. And that's good because the engagement campaign has a different objective, so it's not going to be the same as traffic. You might not reach the same people. So what a lot of companies do, and what we do for our clients, is we set up an ad using the engagement objective. We set up this ad with the intention of getting a lot of likes, comments, and shares, and then after a couple weeks, when it has gotten a lot of likes, comments, and shares and a lot of engagement, we then turn around and create a brand new campaign using the traffic or conversion objective with this ad. And that way people see that, oh, this post has 100 likes and 20 comments and a bunch of shares, so it must be legit. It must be a good company or a good service or whatever. And then people that we're targeting in these two campaigns are more likely to click and convert because they see that a lot of people have liked it already. So they're more likely. And you and I probably do the same thing. We see something on Facebook or we see something on Instagram that we think, oh, that's probably cool, but no one has commented, no one's liked it, no one shared it. And then we're like, oh, well, I wonder what's wrong with that. But we see something that we think is cool and thousands of people or hundreds of people or even like 10 people like it or comment or share. And we're like, okay, well that, must be legit because other people think it's cool too. And other people have liked it enough to leave a comment or click the like button or share it or whatever. So the engagement is really good, not necessarily by itself, because likes, comments, and shares by itself typically won't get you leads. But the engagement campaign, when used in conjunction with traffic or conversions, is really great because that social proof tells people that you have a product or service that people are excited about, that people are interested in. And I'll show you that in another, probably bonus video later on in a different module. App installs, just what it says. If you have an app, this one's great. If not, don't worry about it. Shows your ad to people most likely to download and engage with your app. We've all seen them. We've probably all clicked on them by accident or on purpose. If you have an app and you want people to install, this is much like the reach campaign. It just shows your ad to as many people as possible that think might be interested in installing your app. Video views. Shows people video ads. Video views, we use this one a lot for our clients that record a lot of videos on YouTube or whatever, just very content heavy. I wouldn't use this one for marketing schools only because I think a lot of people consume content in different ways. Not everyone wants to watch a video, but I'm not necessarily sure that a video is the best method of getting your message out to potential parents. And I could be wrong. Feel free to test this one also. If you've created a video that you really like and you want a whole bunch of people to see it, use a video view consideration campaign objective. Use that. However, not a lot of people are going to like, comment, share, or click over to your website because this is just to get people to watch the video, and that's it. The only thing this campaign is made to do is to get people to watch the video. You might get 1,000 views, but not a lot of people are going to click on the website or click over and subscribe or book a tour or anything like that. Lead generation, this one I love, and I'm going to just explain really quick, but I'm going to save the majority of it because we have a bonus module on this one. The lead generation is if you want to get people to sign up, if you have a lead magnet, if you have a PDF or a report or anything like that that you're offering to people for free, use this campaign objective. Uses forms, calls, or chats to gather info from people interested in your business. I'll show you guys how to set this one up. I would suggest this one also. I would almost suggest it, I like it just as much as traffic, if not better, but only if you have a lead magnet or something you can offer in exchange for people's email address. If you don't have anything to offer them, don't use this because people are going to be upset when they give you their email address and don't get anything back in return. So if you have a lead magnet, a report, or anything that you can give that's valuable in return for their email address, use the lead gen campaign. And we'll talk more about it later. But this one is great to set up because once you set it up, Facebook actually shows a form right on the Facebook page. So when people see your ad, they see like, hey, download this PDF of some testimonials or some results from our school and what we've done for other kids. So check it out. It could be a report, it could be a white paper, it could be, anything like that. So people click download or yes, I'm interested, and a form pops up right on Facebook. They don't even have to leave Facebook. A form pops up right on Facebook with name and email address. And most of the time it autofills because Facebook already has your information. So it autofills based on the information that Facebook has, and all they have to do is click submit and download, and right away they get that report. So they don't even have to leave Facebook. The tricky part with this is you have to use a service software called Zapier, Zapier, to integrate it, to connect it with your email marketing provider. So this way, people fill out and click the submit. A notification goes to Zapier saying, hey, somebody submitted. Then Zapier sends that person's information to your email marketing provider. And then your email marketing provider automatically sends them an email with that report. So you need to integrate Zapier. It's a little bit of a hassle to set up. It'll probably take maybe an hour or two to set up. It's really not that bad, but once you've got it done, it's all automatic. And then you can just, set these ads up and leave them running. And, we actually, for one of our clients, we got over 200 leads last year. I think they were only doing like $10 a day, something like that. They're a national business. They're not local. For you guys, it'd be, much less leads because you're not targeting all of the United States or Canada or wherever. You're just targeting one specific area. So you'll get a lot less leads, but this is really good because it makes it really, really easy on the user to give you their information and to get a report. So I'll record another video just on this lead gen campaign. So messages, show people ads that allow them to engage with you on Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram Direct. I would also use this one. This is probably not going to be your main campaign objective. Again, we probably want to use traffic, but if you have a couple extra dollars that you want to spend and you can interact with people via Messenger, try this one out. Set it up, go through the prompts, and see what it does. I would suggest testing these. Like I said, I would use the traffic, but we also want to, if you want to test the video views, go for it. Engagement, I'll create another video on that later on. And then messages. Test the messages campaign and see if that works for you. And really, you only want to do it if you're able to answer a lot of messages. If you can't, if you just want to set it and forget it, use the traffic campaign or the conversions campaign. So over to the conversions campaign, show your ads to people who are most likely to take action, like buying something or calling you from their website. Obviously, we all think that this one is the best, right? We want people to go to the website, we want people to fill out a form, and we want people to book a tour or enroll their child. Definitely. However, conversions, trying to convert cold traffic, and cold traffic is a group of people traffic to your website that have never heard of you, or this is their very first interaction with you. Trying to get a conversion out of someone who doesn't know your business, doesn't know who you are, this is the first time they're seeing or hearing anything from you, is very difficult. These are also the order in which people interact with your business. They need to become aware of your brand. They need to consider your brand. They need to look at the website, consider whether or not you're a viable candidate for their child, and then they convert. If we start from the conversion stage, definitely try it. We test this out a lot also with our clients, but we typically test it out with our clients that are spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a day. Test it out if you want to, if you've got a couple extra dollars, but conversions isn't typically where we want to start. Typically start with traffic, and then when we go over the optimization strategy video, when we remarket, what I was talking about before, when we say, based on our pixel, we have 1,000 people that visited our website. So 1,000 people went to the website, and those 1,000 people now know who we are. So then you can set up a remarketing campaign using the conversion objective, because those 1,000 people already knew who we are. They've been to the website. They know what we do. They know what we're about. Then you can use the conversions campaign to try to sell them. And I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, please let me know on the next Q&A and I'll try to explain it a little bit more. But this is the order that we call it a funnel, marketing funnel. They start at the top, they start at awareness, where thousands of people become aware, and then less people consider your service, and then even less people will convert. So start at one of these two, start with traffic, and then when we do optimization later on, when we retarget, then we typically do the conversions. We send them a different message, and we send it to people who we think are going to convert based on they've already visited our website, they already know who we are and what we do. Catalog sales, this isn't relevant for you. This is if you have an e-commerce business, use your target audience to show people ads with items from your catalog. We've all shopped online. I'm sure you see catalog sales all the time, especially if you've been on a website. Say you're going on Nordstrom.com or whatever, and you're looking at sweaters. And then you click off the site, you're not interested in anything. But then you go on Facebook later on and you see Nordstrom. You might see that exact sweater that you were looking at, plus you'll see other items related to that sweater or that pair of shoes or something like that. Facebook uses their catalog to send you not only the product that you've looked at before, but products that they think you might be interested in based on that search history. So catalog sales is really good for e-commerce businesses. And so is store traffic. Show your ad to people most likely to visit your physical stores when they're near them. Storage, I live right down the road from a Nordstrom, from quite a few department stores. And store traffic uses sort of like a GPS fence. And it shows your ad if you are, I am Nordstrom, say I'm the chief marketing officer of Nordstrom in Austin, Texas, and I want to show my ad to people in Austin that go around the vicinity of the Nordstrom. So when people log into Facebook and they're a mile from Nordstrom, they're going to see my ad. So these are really, really good. They work pretty well for e-commerce, but I won't go into those too much. It's just good for you to know what they are. So yeah, brand awareness, if you just want people to know about your brand, reach, you just want as many people to see your ad as possible. I probably wouldn't use these two. Like I said, start with traffic. Start with engagement if you want to. This isn't typically going to get people to your website, but it is going to get people to like, share, and comment on your post. And then start with messages if you want. Do a traffic and messages campaign if you have a couple extra dollars here and there, but the majority of your campaigns will probably be traffic. And I will record another bonus module on the engagement, how to reuse those posts that get a lot of likes, comments, and shares. So those are the campaign objectives. Once you pick traffic, name your campaign, click the little drop down, and then name your campaign. And we'll go over how to set one up later on, but just kind of wanted to explain the very first step, campaign objective, and why these are so important and why it's important to pick the best one. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next training.